So many of you, because you are so conditioned, you are looking at the now condition, which is whatever you have already allowed yourself to realize, and you are holding this in the same place because this is what has your vibration going. You just heard that, didn't you? You're letting the condition train your vibration, which prevents you from the what you really want. You just keep getting more of the what is. Isn't that interesting? And so much of what is you want to keep perpetuating, but you are not the regurgitators of what is. You are the creators of what is more. So the vortex holds the more, the more, the more, the more. You've got to find a way to keep up with the more. But you can't do that by staying fixated on what is. We're just going to keep saying that until you're all really feeling it. What is has a vibrational frequency, and as you observe it, you take it on yourself, because law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So as you give your attention to it and you practice the vibration of it, then that's who you are, and you can't get beyond that. And yet you have already gotten beyond that vibrationally. So how can we find words? How can you find a way to not cling so much vibrationally to what is, and allow all of the things that you've created to flow into your experience in the natural way that they are supposed to? And the answer to the question is, the less conditional you are, the more willing you are to not spend so much time fixating on conditions needing to be a certain way. That's what that decision process is that you were explaining to us. That's what I want to be decisive. I've always been decisive. I want to decide what I want. And we want to explain to you that you've already decided what you want, and continuing to decide holds you away from the realization of what you've already decided. Can't say it any more clearly than that. Yes, we can. Here's another way of saying it. That's like saying, as you give your attention to what is and what you are one and the same. So that's what the allowing part of this process is all about. It's about letting go of what is long enough to allow what is. Letting go of what you've already realized to allow beyond what you've already realized. We're starting to get there, aren't we? That what is great as far as it's come, but it's not enough, because there's always more. And in the detachment from what is, there is an allowance of the more to come. Beginning to follow this, aren't you? And that's where the conversation that we keep wanting to bring this to about unconditional, the unconditional realization. Can you feel that there is less conditional awareness in an emotion than there is in an object?
Yeah.
There's less condition in how you feel at work than there is what you're doing at work. Can you feel that it is possible, even probable, even easy, to feel apart from a specific condition?
Yes.
Is it logical that the vortex, since it hasn't manifested, can't be perceived in the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, but it could be felt in terms of emotion?
Yes.
Is it logical that if you can find an emotion that is not attached to conditions, that you could find the heart of something in the vortex, and that as you maintain that frequency, that then it will be realized by you? That's how you turn thoughts to things. Most of you are trying to turn things to things. So you're looking at that and asking for more of that. Looking at that thing, looking at that thing. And you get more things, but they're all just like those things. But you don't want the same things. You want things that feel different. You want things that feel expansive. You said, I've been doing this for 17 years. Been doing essentially the same thing. I know I won't be doing the same thing forever because of the components of it, because there are characteristics of it that makes that feel illogical to me. We're really having a good conversation here. Can you feel the leading edginess of this conversation?
Yes.
So how can you, while you're continuing to do the things that you have to do, in other words, this is how you get paid, this is how you earn your living, this is expectations that others have of you. In other words, you can't all of a sudden just detach yourself from all of that. But can you find a way that you could be doing those things and staying connected to those things and keeping those things in your experience, because some of those things you want to keep in your experience, at the same time that you're allowing more expansion and more? So from what we just said, what feels like the avenue to that? It's the emotion, the unconditional emotion. It's feeling good for the sake of feeling good. It's looking for the fun in what you're doing, not being attached to the thing that gives you the fun. Feeling the fun of it until more things that feel like that fun come into your experience. It's like feeling the satisfaction of what you're doing, detached from the details or the conditions of what you're doing that's producing the fun. But just focusing upon the feeling of the fun, or focusing upon the feeling of the satisfaction, or focusing upon the feeling of expansion. Those feelings that then cause you to be a vibrational match to beyond the conditions that you're currently experiencing, allowing the more. You're getting this, you're starting to get this, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Whether you're getting it or not, we're really enjoying this. We're really enjoying this conversation, because we've been talking to you in rudimentary fashion for quite a long time. You create your own reality. Well, that's just a fact, you do. But how do you do it? You do it by offering a vibration. Well, that's really uncomfortable to you, because how do you know that you're even offering a vibration? Well, you can tell you're offering a vibration because your inner being is offering a vibration, because your inner being is thinking about the same thing you're thinking about. So since your inner being is thinking about the same thing that you're thinking about, there is or could be a vibrational difference between the way your inner being is thinking about it and the way you're thinking about it. And that's what causes the emotions that you feel. So since, as you've been sifting your way through life and you've been putting all of these new intentions over here in your vortex, vibrationally, before you can realize the fullness of them, your inner being's been over there embracing them and living them and knowing them and holding the vibrational frequency of them, which is available to you when you find the emotion that your inner being is feeling. Did you hear that? So by finding the emotion that your inner being is feeling about where you stand now, you open the door to all that your inner being now is, which you have caused it to become. And then you receive the inspiration that causes you to realize it, and now you fully manifest it, which is when we all have the really big party. Because it is all about your manifesting of this evolution. That's what evolution is, but conscious evolution. There is nothing in all of the universe more delicious than conscious evolution. To have sifted and sorted and not really be aware of it, but to have become and become and become, to have created that vibrational gap between who you're allowing yourself to be and who you really are, and then to close that gap. It just does not get any more delicious than that. So what we're really saying to all of you is that you're supposed to have all of those things that you want, that your inner being is already the full recipient of all of them, and that when you find that way, and it's an individual thing, you just have to feel your way into it, it will begin manifesting. And then on some days, some extraordinary insights will flow into your mind, and you will feel blessed and worthy beyond description, because you now know something that you have not known, but now you are realizing it. Or some emotion will sweep over you that will be more extraordinary than any emotion that has ever swept over you. And you'll be standing as the receiver of that, feeling blessed and worthy and right place, right time. Or something that you sort of kind of wanted will manifest in your experience. Something that is tangible, like a business or an enterprise or a person or a relationship. Something tangible and what you want to call real. Something that you can sink your teeth into it. And as you stand, after having experienced the amazing unfolding of it, the extraordinary process of it, the incredible momentum of it, and you stand as the full owner, receiver, beer, liver, haver of it. And then as you look at it, and it keeps saying, oh, and I am this that you wanted too. And oh, by the way, I am also this that you've been asking for. And I'm also this. Oh, and I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm also this. And you begin to realize that it is the translation of it back into the realness, into the tangibleness of it, into the see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. That's what it's all about. Don't let anybody convince you that you are to be spiritual and not material, because there is nothing more spiritual than the material of this manifestation. Don't let anybody ever convince you that you're not supposed to have everything that you want, because the having of those things that you want is the realization of what you have put there. You're not supposed to just walk around exploring nebulous clouds and feeling all airy-fairy about stuff. You're supposed to be the true receivers, the tangible receivers of all of this. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to cause you to want it, it has the wherewithal to give it to you in its full form. Yeah. So get out there and be the greedy little buggers you were born to be. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment, and we will see you tomorrow. There is great love here for you.